Hi, everyone. I know this is a surprise to have me on so early in the day, and I do hope that you will join me. I started the carnivore diet a few days ago, and so far, I'm feeling really good about it. It's really making me feel good. And I don't see anybody here. I don't know for sure if you can chat. Somebody needs to say hello to see if it's working. We've had power outages. As a matter of fact, like the whole park was out of power and then off again, on again for the last, well, couple hours. So I'm hoping that it won't go out on me. It might. Now I know I have people here, but no one's chatting. It says unable to connect to chat. Please try later. I'm going to reconnect. Just stay right here. I'll be right back. I know I must be back because I reloaded the page. It's hi, Sally. Hi, Deb. Hi, Lynn. Now I see you guys. Hi, Janice. Hi, Chrome. Oh, man, what a day. We've had power outages. Something happened. The whole neighborhood, not just here, it kept going. The power just would shut off. And believe me, when it's 95 degrees, you don't want the power off. It would come back on and then it'd go off again. But it came back. I in the truck with Lily, I thought, I'm going to go in air conditioning and eventually they will fix it. Anyway, it came back on. Oh, so there's lots going on with the grid because Sally's really close by. That was my next bet is I was going to take Lily and go over to Sally's because there's no way that I could be here without AC. Hi, Georgiana. Well, you guys, I'm feeling really good and I'm going to start talking about it because that's what I do. I talk about what is going on in my life. And my darling, he's like my son. Nathan, who has four kids, where I used to live out in Knox City, started the carnivore diet. This guy was always very heavy and round, you know. I love him, love him, love him. And he's the best father and husband. But anyway, at over 300 pounds, he right now on the carnivore diet is like at 200 pounds. So I just think that's amazing. So I started reading and watching videos on it and see if I could try it. Are you guys with me? Because I don't see any more messages. Say something. Somebody say something. Well, interesting. Yes, and I was watching video after video. Not only is Nathan's videos just so inspiring, and he's life less ordinary. Oh, okay, if you're listening, that's cool. I have a lot to say, really. Um, I started watching Dr. I think his name is Jim Barry. He's an MD, but he's also a carnivore, and he has a channel that's just amazing. And there's so many people, and a lot of people that go on this carnivore diet. And there's different ways to do it. Everybody's different. You don't have to just eat meat, but you eat animal products. So it's eggs, dairy, beef, organs, fish, chicken. So, you have a lot of choices. I will tell you that I did it. I started it a few days ago and I feel better. I have no interest in carbs right now. I have none. It's a miracle in that because I am a carb addict. Um, so I'm feeling better. I've already lost about 8 pounds. And I mean, I'm wearing a top that I don't wear because it's always snug. And it's not snug right now. It feels good. Thank you, Chrome. Well, it's real important to me because I was starting to let me tell you about myself. And I'm sure y'all can relate, but I was starting to just veg out. I met a guy on Second Life, and that was it for me last summer. I was on Second Life with him, talking in my ear on voice, playing with our avatars all the time, all summer and winter until May. I've taken a break, so has he. We're still friends and close, but not like it was. We are, I mean, I've been in the pool at least 6 times in the last couple of weeks. Um, that helps me move because I was starting to just not really feel like doing anything. If I went to the store, I was exhausted. I come home and I'm like in front of I don't watch much TV. Thanks, Deb. I mean, it's a beginning, but it's a good beginning. And I don't even have a lot of hunger. And if you do watch the videos, watch a few. Some people are very strict. Some people add have cheese and milk and eggs. But it's really an individual situation. If you have a lot of inflammation, hi Denise, thank you for that beautiful card. Thank you, honey, for writing me a sweet letter. I'm on a journey right now that I hope I stay with a long time because I was really, really, really getting to the point where I would go to a grocery store and consider riding the cart. Not only because I'm lazy, thank you. I'm not lazy mentally, but physically I could not. Sometimes I lose balance. I'm scared that I'm going to fall. But anyway, I had to put a stop to it. And sometimes things are meant to be. Like just Dalton, my boyfriend on Second Life, giving me a chance, telling me that he's not about to sit around all day long, all summer long, when real life is there. Hi, Susan. And he's right. I told him today he did me a favor because I am starting to realize that I was just going to get worse and worse and die young. So I'm 74 and I don't want to I don't want to die and I don't want to live like an invalid. I don't want people to take care of me. I have a terrible fear of that. And the only person that's going to actually do anything to help me change is me. So I have the plan. I'm taking like basically a 90-day, a day at a time, but I'm trying to go for a 90-day, as clean carnivore as I can. I just went to the store yesterday. I'm going to make my own bone broth. I've always liked fatty meat. A lot of people hate the fat on the skin of the chicken and the fat on steaks. And I was always the kid that wanted to eat the fat that was crispy. And if you left your plate when I was a little kid, I would eat it. So the carnivore diet, basically that kind of animal fat, it's supposed to be like the key because if you eat that kind of animal fat, it stops hunger. And everyone talks about inflammation and bloatedness. That's gone. People that have arthritis or fibromyalgia, can't say it. Fibromyalgia. I can't say it. You know what I mean? I mean, they're getting healed. On my eyes, I'm hoping that maybe some miracle of change is going to help me see better again. Fibromyalgia. Thanks, Sally. I needed to see it. So today the lights are going out, and I didn't have, I mean, I know now I'm making bulletproof coffee, which I was on the keto diet for a few months several years ago, and I did pretty good on it, except that the more fruit and vegetables and salad and cheap that stuff that you just get back into wanting carbs. If you do eliminate carbs, even if it's just I'm thinking I'll probably eat, pardon me, like once a week spinach, maybe once a week Brussels sprouts or broccoli, just because my eyes, I'm told that you need leafy green veggies. But I don't know even if that's a necessity. But I will do it. I'm starting, so I'm learning what's good for me. And I bought a bunch of food that I've never had before. Well, if see fruit and vegetables, if you really, I'm not the one that explains this. Dr. Berry and some of these people on there will answer all the questions like really good. I'm just learning. But I know that fruits are high in carbs and they turn to sugar in your body. Does it mean you can't feel good and lose weight? You can lose weight. If you don't eat any sugar and packaged and bread, you're going to lose weight. But yeah, I got rid of the bread. I've gotten rid of, I had bought a bunch of oranges. I gave them to Jim. It's slow. I'm not throwing food away. I had cherry tomatoes. I ate them, and I might eat them again because I was losing weight, feeling good with a few cherry tomatoes with my, protein. And I'm baking. Gonna make my own bone broth, and then I've got a roast, and I'm gonna slow cook it. I can't use my air fryer. It's too much electric. It doesn't work with the air conditioner. I'm just gonna put it in a deep pot like our parents used to do. Put bone broth in there. Maybe I do have one onion, so I'll probably cut it up and put it in, and I will cook this roast, and that'll be my food probably for a few days. And I've got Nathan likes to take hamburger and breakfast sausage like a tube and mix them together, and he eats that for his meals. Scrambled eggs and hamburger. Anything you want. You're allowed bacon. I'm not a big bacon eater, but I do like sausage. And I just have I did get one ribeye steak in there. It's why not? I'm not buying any bread. I'm not buying any ramen noodles. I'm not buying any peanut butter and jelly. I have really, I mean, I'm an addicted. I am a carb addict, and I admit it. And I've been it all my life. My parents were too. But I want one of my goals, because you have to have goals, no matter what your goal is. One of my goals is that when the people come back after summer, that they're going to look at me and say, "Oh my God, Deb, what did you do? How did you do it?" I just want to shock them because I need to feel good about myself. And I think that it takes a few days. I've been actually for about a month now. I have been trying, and trying is not even a good word, but to lessen, the carbs. But I still put them in. I still put them in. And then when I saw Kathy sent me this video that Nathan was being interviewed, and that is what it took to wake up and try something new. And you know what? I'm not. I'm If this is gonna make me healthier and let me walk again and make me have some energy, then it's worth every bit of it. And if it's holidays and all that stuff, I'm just going to eat the protein and do the best I can. There's people that actually go to restaurants, like one girl, and she will show you what she orders on her carnivore diet in any restaurant. And it's kind of cool to watch what she does. So thank you, Janice. I'm trying, and it's a good start because I was really depressed. I was starting to get really down about everything. Not just what I look like or how. but how I felt, how I was just sitting most of the time. And Dalton started this. He said he's going to back away from being on Second Life, and it I was hurt because when you're in a fog and you get hurt, but when you get out of the fog, you realize that it's the best thing in the world to take care of myself. Well, he's going through physical stuff too. That's one of the reasons he's going to the doctor, and he's trying to, he's in a, I don't even know how old he is. He's got to be in his 70s, early 70s. But to sit, I know we liked each other's company, and maybe that's kind of fun that we could actually say that we were enamored with each other and really dug each other's vibes for a year. But it's got to stop. And it's a game, but we're people behind the avatars. Yes, Diana. So I've stopped it. Do I still do it? Yes, and I might go on less and less. I want to be. I want this. I want my channel to show my journey. Whether you're interested in doing it or just watching somebody try to do it, I'm going to share, and I'll be doing a lot more content. Now, I did make interesting food because I've been watching these channels, and I've got these half bones. They were like ribs but flat, and this lady said that's her favorite cut. Well, I'm sorry, I got hands there, but I got a new cast iron grill pan so that I can cook my meat on it. And I hope I'm inspirational because I'm inspired by so many people, Denise, that are really living the life, the proof, just showing their faces and their bodies before and after. Blows my mind. You see, I don't want to pearl, and that's okay. In any way that you feel good and that you're doing what you need to do. But I don't want to do anything with medication. As a matter of fact, the last time I went to my doctor, who I really like, I asked him, I said, can I get off metformin? I'm on one metformin every day. I am at the lowest level A1C. So I'm like borderline diabetic. And I can stop. I don't have to be a diabetic. He said, if you lose 20 pounds, I said, I told him, if I lose 20 pounds the next time you see me, can you take me off metformin? And he said, I can. And that was in my, that was like last month. And that's when I started thinking, why do I want to live on lisinopril, labetalol, and metformin every day when my blood pressure should be probably perfect? I bet you in the next couple weeks, I'm going back to the doctor July 16th. So I'm on this and I'm going to weigh myself. Yeah, that's the first thing they do is weigh you. Now, as far as what I weigh, that sounds delicious, Susan. I'm having salmon tonight. Um, and I'm going to melt some butter on it. And I also bought pork rinds. I'm going to crunch them up and maybe sprinkle them on top. Just you can be creative with whatever you're doing. Yes, V8. I'm going to tell you about I don't tell people my weight because it's embarrassing. But what I will do is let you know how I'm doing, and you'll see how I'm doing. When I get to a place where I've lost enough weight to share my beginning weight, I will. But right now, I don't need to embarrass myself because it's disgusting that I weigh what I weigh. I want to change it. And I am. And I've got all these clothes. That's feeling better already. Yesterday, okay, I'm sorry. Let me read this, Sharon. Thank you, Deb. Because yesterday and today I cut out sugar and grains and have been eating non-starchy vegetables and chicken, fish, and I feel wonderful. And yes, you can feel the change. You can feel the change like right away. Yeah, I'm down about 10 pounds, Actually, I'm lower. This is what's exciting, and I'm still big, but I am at a lower number on the scale than I have been since I lived in Texas. Right about at my lowest when I was on the keto diet last time. I'm like, okay, I can do this. Anyway, yeah, so we were having power outages. Maybe they fixed it because right now it's working. Yay. Yeah, so I mean I'm still gonna do my own videos of what I'm doing, but I'm doing something healthy. I think we all need all the help we can get, honestly. I mean, you really can't do it alone, and I am alone. So I have thank God for YouTube. All these wonderful channels that really have showed you from the beginning to the end what they eat, how they cook it, what they eat in a day that helps them. And I'm really into it. Carbs are, I can't explain it as good. But when you eat carbohydrates, it gives you like a burst of energy and then you're so tired. And as human beings, we have two kinds of teeth. This is what I've learned. We have the carnivore meat eating teeth, and we have the mashing for vegetable. Um, Hi, Louise, but I'm just learning. And we don't need grains. That was fed to us in the 50s, that the American diet, you needed to have grains, vegetable, protein, and no fat, take off the skin. And that is all garbage. Hi, Megan. We have been bamboozled as a, I'll just say as a country, but it's really as a world. But we have been bamboozled here to believe what they tell us because we're supposed to trust. Well, unfortunately, that trust has failed. And now our children are fat. And people live on packaged foods that have stuff you can't even pronounce what's in some of this yummy food. It's not the Atkins diet, babe. It's called the carnivore's diet. There are different kinds of carnivore diets. You can be a pure carnivore, only meat, eggs, protein, and fat, and butter. You're allowed butter. Butter stops your hunger. If you're ever really, really hungry, take a teaspoon of butter and eat it, and your hunger goes away because the fat, that kind of fat, goes into your system and it eliminates. It's the weirdest thing, and it works. 30 pounds. That's great, Susan. That's I don't really have I mean, I need to lose a lot, but I have till July 16th to see what I've lost. Exactly, Sharon. She said there's a book called Grain Brain that explains how bad sugar and grains and high carbs are for the body. I read it years ago, but it didn't stick. No, sometimes we have to do things more than once. But we have been addicted, so addicted by all the stuff they put in everything. So I'm not eating any packaged food. Last year I ordered on TikTok. I think I told people I ordered these wide Asian noodles. They're delicious with a peanut oil, really delicious. And I ate at least 3 or 4 nights a week. I would make the ramen noodles and top it with either chicken that I got from rotisserie chicken or something like that. And I love those noodles. Don't get me wrong. Boy, are they tasty. Boy, are they addicting. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not. I did enough. I ate all winter. When it was cold out, I was eating ramen, hot noodles, and make soup out of it, add more stuff to it. It's not your cheap ramen. And I also would buy stuff and think to myself, every time I went to the grocery store, I thought, I'm just going to get a little something so that when I get an urge, I'll have something. And I would try it. I would get one time I got 4 muffins from HEB, where they make really good bakery thick muffins. I get it. And I would eat a muffin, and it was huge. It was a big muffin. And then maybe the next night or that night again, I might start on another one. And before you know it, 4 muffins in a couple days. That's a lot of carbs, not to mention anything else that I had. I used to eat a bagel in the morning with an egg on each bagel and melted cheese, or sausage and melted cheese with everything but bagel seasonings, and then some hot sauce. And that's what I did almost every morning. And then I thought, well, let me have some oatmeal. The packaged oatmeal that's sweet, that doesn't help us. Yeah, that's a great idea, Sharon. And rice cauliflower too. I mean, if you want to put a little bit of veggies in, why not? Can't hurt you. It can only help you. And that's the truth. And if I get to first, I'm doing it like I'm doing it. All those oats and grains and cereal, man, they made everybody think that in the morning you would have Kellogg's Frosted Flakes with a banana cut on top. That's how we were brought up. I love vegetables. I'm not a, I mean, I don't, I do love vegetables, and I love some fruits a lot too. And if I feel the need for something like I really want it, so far I don't, but I would probably, get some strawberries or some blackberries, or possibly a honeydew. But you know what? I don't want any of it now. That's right. Oats and wheat that's what they feed the cattle to get them fat. That's what they give horses so that are big. A lot of the people that are on this plan, Pearl, used to be a vegan. One lady, her name is the butter, the fat butter lady. Oh God, she's really good. She's a beautiful woman, and she's been on this carnivore for a long time. And she shows you how to make. She calls them what do you call it? Like little fat bombs. And you're eating butter, and you can taste the butter. And if you really get an urge, whipped cream with a little bit of vanilla and a sweetener, that'll get you through. But you see, I don't even want that. I don't want anything like that, because all that stuff does is get you back into thinking about more of it. And that's what happened on the keto diet. I just didn't, it just goes back in my addictive brain. No, no, no corn. Corn is corn. But there is low carb tortillas. And for people that would like to live the carnivore lifestyle but does need need something, you can either make I'm going to get one of those little waffles to make those egg waffles, or you can do low carb tortilla and low carb bread. But you got to read the ingredients. A lot of stuff says keto on it, and this is I'm getting from other video people, that it all says keto this, keto that, because was such in fashion to sell keto products. But you want to make sure that on the ingredients, it's simple ingredients. You know, See, Sharon, I don't think you've watched one video. I don't know, because what you just said, you say I can't eat a lot of saturated fat because I have heart disease and have to watch cholesterol. So lean meat. On the carnivore diet, you don't want lean meat. You want fatty meat. You want a lot of fat in your diet. And you need to You need to listen to Dr. Barry, and there's a couple doctors, and they explain it real good. Um, this is the carnivore diet. If you're on a diet of your own choice, that's fine too. But animal fat keeps you from getting hungry. Your cholesterol and your LDL is going to be in good shape. And I might be taking, I can't remember now, but I might order certain things that aren't in your diet that you can actually take. I can't remember, like what's it called? I got cottage cheese. I'm gonna make hard-boiled eggs and mix cottage cheese. I love that. And I did buy a lemon. That's a splurge. But I'm just gonna take a quarter of the lemon and squeeze it to make it taste good, you know? Good, Sharon. You know, we all have to like do what's good for ourselves. And if you don't have enough good fat in your body, then you need to either make sure you're getting all your vitamins. Because, you know, if you just eat lean chicken breasts, you're going to lose weight. But I'm kind of in it for, I want to see if my legs feel better, my knees. I want to see my skin look better. I'm going to try it. I'm going to just try the carnivore diet. Um, I do allow myself the dairy products, and I made bulletproof coffee for the first time in years. You know, when you're very, very heavy V8, it's hard to exercise. I can tell you that. You know, it's really easy for someone to tell somebody to exercise. I'm telling you, Sharon, if you follow some of the doctors and really get into it give it a 30-day trial, you might lose all your pain and everything. If people are saying amazing things. They're saying that they're healed. Diabetes no longer exists for them. Somebody that A1C was 14 and now it's like 5.4. Like that's normal. And it's only a day and a half and you feel it. Me too. I'm only on it for really 3 full days. I've been trying to eat less, but now I'm really feeling like I'm not hungry. Usually I'm hungry. Bulletproof coffee. Okay. The way that I make it, and some people make it different. You can do it many ways, but you make your coffee, you put it in your mug. If you have an emulsifier, I used a little pan today because I was afraid it was gonna splash out. You put coffee, you put about a tablespoon of whipping cream just to make it nice and light, a teaspoon of butter, and I use a teaspoon of coconut oil. That's Then I emulsify it till it foams up. And if you want to put some stevia, that's okay too. If you want to put cinnamon or vanilla, you can like make your coffee taste as good as you want. It's all blended and it holds you. You won't be hungry. You won't be hungry for hours. And then when you do break that fast and you have just protein, a good chunk of and you're not even that hungry. I want to show you what I made. Yeah, bulletproof coffee is really nice. So I did get all the ingredients. Now, some people, instead of using coconut oil, they use MCT oil. That's the thing, Sharon, that's the thing. Like Sharon said, I watched several videos on the No Carb Life YouTube channel, and Nathan, my darling Nathan, recommends, and it's amazing to see how much help people are getting. They're like, they don't have pain. Their inflammation is down. I can't wait to lose all of the bloat. I'll take hanging skin. I'm older. I'm not doing it to be in a beauty contest, you know? I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for health. And as far as exercise goes, I wanted to get back to V8. You're right. Move your body. Move your body. Well, I wasn't moving my body because it was hard to move. It's hard to move when you're over 200 pounds. It is hard for me. Now, I go to the pool and I move all the time I'm in there. I'm treading water, I'm bicycling my legs, I'm lifting them up and down, I'm moving my arms. It doesn't hurt and it feels great. Yes, Teresa, I feel I am on the right. And it's, there's no mistakes. I always say that. In our lives, we think they're mistakes sometimes. We really do. We think they're mistakes, but they wind up being like major lessons that we really needed to hear or learn. And when somebody hurts you but you get something out of it or you move on, it's just like amazing. I really thought about a month and a half ago when Dalton was telling me that he just can't be on. He's going to go out and go fishing. He's going to get on his motorcycle he hasn't been on, and I, he was telling me that it's time for all of us stop the madness because if I sat here all year round again, not use the pool, I didn't go to. I think I went to one steak night at the in the winter. I didn't go to any of the bands because I wanted to be with Dalton on a screen with a headset. That's not going to happen this year. Do I drink diet soda? Um, yeah, exercise. That's the only exercise right now that I'm doing. I will do a bulletproof coffee, but it's coffee, whipping cream, 100% whipped cream with a teaspoon of butter, and I use a teaspoon of not a big chunk, a teaspoon of coconut oil, and then I blend it with the emulsifier until it foams up. I put a little stevia in it. Some people put cinnamon in it, whatever you want, vanilla, and I tell you what, it tastes delicious, unbelievable. Nathan, everybody, this is my sweet son. If I had a son, this is who he would be. Life less ordinary. I love you too, and I'm proud of you. I mean, Nathan, I've known you since you were what, 5.5 years old? And I've seen all the stages of your life. And you are one of the most beautiful men I've ever known. You got really heavy because that's what we do. We eat over all of our emotions and parties and up times and downtimes. And look what you've done. I mean, Nathan, you look like a different person. I mean, just the best version of you. So I'm going to say you inspired me, and now I'm going to do it. And if anybody here wants to follow along with the journey, I'm going to put out some videos on it. I'm not changing my channel, but my channel changes because of who I am. So it's not a plot to, if you don't like the idea of a carnivore, it's okay. You don't have to. If you want to be on regular food or Weight Watchers, or if you're just keto, more blessings to you. For me, I don't want to feel hungry, and I don't feel hungry. And I know that I do influence people because I'm on here, and I have people that do come on here and enjoy my company, and I appreciate it. And if I can lift some spirits and maybe somebody go study a little bit about it because I can't. I'm not a doctor. I wish I knew more. I am going to learn more. But the more that I watch, and that's what I do now, I'll log off here and I'll watch a few videos of people that are doing it, the doctors that know what the hell they're talking about. We've been poisoned. Our sweet doctors out there can give us pills. They can just give us pills, but we don't want pills. Not if you don't have to have them. I don't have to, some people have are type 1 diabetes, but I'm not, and I will not be a diabetic all my life. I am going to end that in the next 90 days. I'm going to go back to the doctor July 16th. He told me if I lost 20 pounds, he'd take me off metformin. So that's my goal, is get off that pill, the pill that's been known to have side effects in your life. Every time a doctor gives you a pill to help you with one thing, it gives you 100 side effects possibility. Hi, Connie. Hi, in love with health. I'm gonna have to get to where I can do more videos too. Took me till 50 to realize that they are feeding us medicine when proper food can truly heal. Talk about your cholesterol. Sharon's got a very big fear because she's had a heart condition and worries about her cholesterol. And I don't know the answer. I don't know how to answer. I just know that what I've watched has confirmed that all these people that were worried about it are healthier than ever. It took me to 74. I've been on a lot of food plans in my life, but this is not just a food plan. This is like as if this is a release from addiction. It really is. All your blood work improved and cholesterol is perfect. That just says a mouthful, doesn't it? And he's not the only one. He's one of several that put it out there so we can see the before and the after. I am tired and I don't want to be tired. I'm so glad that you decided to share that on YouTube. And it's funny because when I moved to Knox City, Texas, where Nathan lives and with all my family there, he didn't have a channel. How come you have a channel, Les? Tell me how come you have a channel? You go to too many birthday parties. Well, you can go to a birthday party and bring your own little to go food and just be happy to be with people. But he didn't have a channel when I moved there, and I showed him, I got a channel, and he's smart. He's smarter than me, and he has a how to do stuff channel, which is a really good channel. But now he's doing this channel, and it's sharing when you're happy. When you're happy and you share stuff, it really works. I don't want to take statins. When I go to the doctor this last time, and I have all my latest blood work recently, my cholesterol was like maybe 215. I can get it out. I know it was just a little high, and he was like, you want to go on statins?" And I'm like, "No, I do not want to go on statins, but I appreciate the offer. I don't need one more pill." Linda, I know, what a surprise, right? I'm just doing it. I felt the urge to get on here, and we were having power outages, like bad ones. Like every few minutes it would turn off, and then it stayed off for about 30 minutes. It's back on. So this is all meant to be because I have not been interrupted one time. I'm so surprised. Okay, you send me whatever, I will share with everybody. I know you see out in the west, out there in the country, you lose a signal easily. And I'm not eating more than twice a day. It's weird. I've lost hunger. Like I don't know. I can show you what I had today. My house is a mess. I got lots of cleaning to do. Dang it. Yeah. Okay. You all can see me. I bought a cast iron grill pan. I'm so glad because I want to spread joy instead of sadness and misery because I was starting to really just be down all the time, and that's no fun. Okay, I don't know what they're called, but I saw them on a lady's channel, and they're like little riblets. I've got four of them. All I've had is two of those. That is what I had today, and bulletproof coffee. And I am not hungry. What is it? And I got up early. Thank you. I got to carry a lot of weight on my slim legs. I do not have fat legs. Never have, but I have a big old belly, and I'm round, but it's gonna change. It really is gonna change. It's changing as we speak, and I'm not eating to live anymore. I just am gonna eat until I'm feeling full. I don't even know if I can eat a whole steak. I bought one, and everybody has to do it their own way. If smaller little meals help you through the day and the night, that's perfect. Anything that you're doing to take care of yourself is good. I'm just doing this my way. I'm going to try, something I've never done before and see if it works better because nothing's ever held. And I'm just really glad that you were all here to able to join me live. I um I just have a lot going on when it comes to just changing myself. And I really want to be the best person I can be. I don't want to be lonely and lazy and lethargic because that doesn't help. It really doesn't. Yeah, I saw your little lunchbox that it's cordless and heated. And if you have to go to work, that's a perfect thing to have. You called your neighbor, you're going for a walk. That's good. Usually around 6 o'clock, I go to the pool. Protein satisfies. I don't, I never thought it. Honestly, I really never thought I would ever want to do an all meat diet. Just I've never even eat a lot of red meat in life. I eat a lot of sausage, and chicken. All this last, my life, but I really never was a big meat eater. But I am going to eat meat, and it's going to be fatty meat, and I'm going to try to get pasture raised stuff. At first, you just do what you can do. They tell you that. Don't freak out because you can't buy, eggs pasteurized. Some people just eat large eggs from the grocery store. But since I'm going to eat a lot of eggs, and I've heard pasteurized eggs, it's a little more money. Well, I got 18 eggs. I think it was nine and change. It's like maybe a dollar and a half more than, you know. So I'm worth it. I'm not buying any bad stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised to be on too, but I thought, well, I really felt like talking to you guys about how I'm feeling. And I don't know if I'll be able to do one tonight. So, I mean, at least I'm communicating with you and letting you know how excited I am and how much better I'm feeling already. I still have a long, long road, and I'm just going to do it a day at a time. I did make a pledge to myself so that when I go to the doctor, he's going to see a big difference. I already see. I don't know if you all can tell. Yeah, I got Walmart clothes. It's not like fashion clothes. You know what I did do today? I went up in my bedroom, up the stairs, and I started putting clothes on. that I didn't wear anymore because they were just enough snug. I didn't feel comfortable. And everything I put on is feeling good. Everything. Isn't that great? I mean, this is an old top, and it's not a very long top. And when you're very heavy, hi, Mary Cooper. I'm going to share more my body because I never do, because you're going to see it change. But this top is nice and loose, and it wasn't loose. It looked cute up here, but it didn't look cute anywhere else. Ugh, let me get out of here. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Yeah, it's something that it's very light and cotton. And I've got some really pretty blouses that I just keep. I keep them because I knew someday I'd be able to wear them. And I'm going to get rid of the fat stuff, the stuff that's like, so big. Because I went and like, I used to go to Walmart and I'd get a 3 or 4X top. I like my tops loose. My bottoms could be 2X or maybe 3, depends on the clothing. And I had to take back the one shirt, and now I need to get a 2X because it's just very big, and it makes me feel good. Connie, you're beautiful. Fresh eyes, fresh pasteurized. Yes, pasteurized eggs. I got it. I got them, and I have to make some. I have to force myself to actually, boil them up because I usually get the little 6 pack of hard-boiled eggs, not because I don't know how to boil eggs, but it's done. All I have to do is, eat them. But I am gonna boil my own a dozen eggs, and I'm gonna make a really good egg salad with cottage cheese. Hello, Roxanne. Welcome. Yeah. So this is it. This is the beginning of a new part of my channel. And I've done this before. I did it when I was on keto, and even Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers is a great diet. It's fun because you can really eat anything you want within your points. I like that. But what happens with Weight Watchers is it keeps you addicted to the packaged foods, to the sugar. It just keeps you right there. And that's not what I want. And that's good, Sharon. I'm not gonna use mayonnaise, although I can. There's no law. I can use sour cream and mayonnaise, but I'm going to use cottage cheese because I did this years ago. I put cottage cheese and like 2 or 3 eggs, hard boiled, chop them all up. I might I don't have it. I may not use onion, but I used to put a little bit of minced onion in it. Squeeze lemon juice, pepper and salt, and if you want, you could put bacon bits, and it makes a great, yummy dinner. I mean, it's a great meal. Try that. And a lot of people don't like cottage cheese, but when you mix cottage cheese and eggs and with a little lemon juice, because that gives it that extra zing. Hi, Carolyn. I am. Thank you. I'm so glad you come in and said that because that inspires me right back. Hmm. Yeah, that's another thing. When you do go all the way carnivore and then you try maybe adding some dairy to find out if you can tolerate it. Not everybody can. Some people have problems with, certain kinds of things. I don't usually. Now, my nose is always plugged and my eyes draining. Maybe this is going to help my allergies. Well, pepper's very healthy. I always have this. Uh, I always have one of these nearby if I want to spice stuff up. It's not that hot, and but that's if it needs a little something. I do love sugar, and sugar does not love me back. It really doesn't. And I watch these TikToks and YouTube shorts where Women are getting these. Have you seen them where they're getting all these designer pastries that look like fruits, and they eat them and they crunch, and it's like whipped cream and cake and mousse and shit. And I mean, like, they're all slim, beautiful girls. I was like, yeah, well, how long can you do that for? More power to them, but no. And now when I just turn it off because I know what they look like. I've eaten enough shit in my life. Pardon my French. I've eaten enough stuff in my life. If I don't ever eat it again, it's okay. So what are you guys excited about? That was the question today when I started this. I thought I'm excited and I'm going to share how excited I am. Are you excited back? Hey Judy, welcome. You know, it's good to be excited about something, whether you're having your family's coming or whether you're going to go out to dinner with a friend, or you've got a special date coming up, or you just love your garden and it gets you so happy when you're in it. I'm excited that you got me excited to cut out grains and sugar. Good. Yay. But you can be excited about like really anything. Like some people are excited just taking pictures of birds around here. And that's good. You got to find something that makes you excited, that gives you a little bit of a positive vibe for yourself, that you are doing something that's fun, that you're challenging yourself and you're doing it. You know, what else can we do that's exciting? How can we make our older age exciting? And it's like finding something new, watching videos about something you never thought about. Judy says she's excited about redecorating her living room, and that is exciting. I'd be excited if I could afford to get a whole new look. Maybe not this year. I don't know. I'm just very grateful that I feel better, that I thank goodness Kathy, we're all related. There's no mistakes. Kathy calls me up and says, wait, you got to see the video of Nathan being interviewed by this carnivore channel. And I'm like, okay, just that call changed me. It really did. All right, let's see. Denise, I'm excited for you. And I have a 50-year class reunion coming next spring. You've inspired me to look my best, and I'm going to do this diet. Oh, good. And it'll be a fun journey. Even if you just take a plunge, do 30 days. See how you feel. Give it 30 days. You might be surprised. Sharon said, I'm excited about starting to exercise as soon as I get more energy from this diet. And I already feel better. Yeah, me too. Me too. I know it's hot out. See, it's very hot. We're getting 100 degrees every day. Mornings, if you get out really early, it's not as bad. But I'm not an early riser, although that might be changing too. Nathan's YouTube channel is Life Less Ordinary. Life Less Ordinary. And the Dr. Barry, I can't think of his first name. Dr. Barry is the MD that I think is amazing. He's a guru. And these people all look healthy. They have these channels. They've done it for a long, long time. They know the ins and outs of how you stay on it. They tell you to start slow. Nobody's wanting anybody to do anything that crazy. So it's when it's 100 degrees, I don't really want to go walking. Now I do need to take Lily, and I do. I will take her out every day. If I don't have the golf cart, then I walk to there's the garbage. It's just enough of a walk that she finds places to go. But it's hot, so that's not my best place. But the pool, that is nice. Yeah, the pool makes me move my body in ways that I haven't done. Eggs and cottage cheese. Yes. Yes, try it with a little salt and pepper, whatever you like, a little garlic if you like it. Chop a little onion if you have it, and squeeze some lemon juice. It's just I that's my favorite egg salad. And it was before this, but it's very carnivore. which is good. So when I'm done here, I'm going to put a dozen eggs up to boil in it. I mean, here's how I boil eggs. So I don't know. It's hard to peel them. That's why I buy them peeled. Albacore is perfect. You know what I had for dinner last night? Okay, I'm going from one thing to another. Yesterday, I was hungry and I didn't eat all evening. And I didn't want to cook any meat. And I was like, I don't know I bought some sardines in a glass jar in olive oil. And I put some tagine, which is kind of like a lime salt, a little tagine on there, a little hot sauce, and I sat and ate it, and it was delicious. Yeah, it's really nice day today. I mean, it's hot. It's just a regular summer day. I'm going to look forward to the winter because by the winter, I should be really being able to walk around. And I'm going to try to get a hold of this company. Does everybody know you support Trump? Disgusts me. Who's talking about that? Quarter, we're not talking about politics, okay? If you steam cook your eggs, they peel easier. Normally what I do is I take the eggs and put them in a pot of water, put it on the stove, and as soon as it starts to boil, I turn it off, cover it, and in 15 minutes I take them off and put cold water. I don't have a lot of cold water here or ice. Yeah, I understand Taiwanese, Connie. Yeah. So what else I was gonna say? Anyway, these are the weirdest little chunks of meat, but they're good. And they have that's she likes them because they're like little riblets and they've got fat a little bit too. Isn't that cool? And two of those filled me up. That's a great dinner. Now I don't know how else to cook eggs. So Dr. Ken Berry, thank you, Karen. If you just want to look up somebody that really is a MD, living the life, knows the answers, Dr. Ken Berry. And he's got all kinds of videos on there. So that's what I'm doing. I am into it. And I'm happy that you guys are not, upset with me for dwelling on something like this. But that's the only way it works is if you get into it. And I want to start painting too. I haven't felt like doing anything. And I want to feel like doing much more. Last year with Dalton, and hey, I enjoyed it. You guys knew I was like, oh, yes, that's the guy to definitely air. I can't use an air fryer, Jim. Not in the summer. In the winter, it seems like I can turn the AC off and use it. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that's got videos that are really interesting people, and they do help. So if you're feeling like you don't know what you're doing, just watch a few videos. That YouTube's great for that. Jim is a friend. We'll always be friends. We go to the pool together. I'm just not going out to dinner too much. But I did go to my friend Norma's at the corner, and I used the Google Translator, and I told her I was on this food, a carnivore diet, and could I just have on a plate scrambled eggs with meat and a little cheese? And she gave me a beautiful. I'll show you my breakfast because it'll be on my next video. I'm trying to take pictures of what I eat. Here's a picture of what I bought at the market. Let me see if I can get it to, because I don't know how to do it like some people do. Salmon, bone broth, uh, just you know, it's nice to finally get on track. Let's see. This I had eaten a little bit of it. That's from Norma's with a cup of coffee. No tortilla chips. No, and I'm happy that I didn't eat them. And believe me, I love her stuff. But this is going to help. And you know, I can go there and she's just. I swear, Norma is one of my best friends. Yes, I find that the Mexican people here in the area are the friendliest, warmest people I've ever met. They all will go out of their way for you. And honestly, it's crazy because I've never lived in a community of all Spanish speaking people. And even though I don't speak Spanish, we can communicate. Hi, Marcy. Thanks. I love you too. It's so nice to see you. Hi, Marilyn. Yes, that's Dr. Ken Berry's channel. You can't hurt by watching. And even if you don't do the whole thing, maybe you'll get something out of it that you didn't know. You know, he's not giving people pills. He's taking, oh my gosh, it's amazing, amazing. And I just want to get healthier and happier. I don't know what my future holds. If it's in this place for the rest of my days, then so be it. But I don't know. I think there's something special for me ahead. Thank you, Karen. I have actually in the last couple months dropped at least 10 pounds and a lot more in the last week because I've really been on the carnivore plan and I don't feel hungry and I'm starting to get a little more energy. I mean, that's not perfect. I'm still sluggish because I'm carrying away around a lot of weight and my poor little legs have to hold me up. Thanks, Marcy. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but I'm doing the carnivore diet and um it's making me very happy. It really is. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up because I feel like I deserve a thumbs up for being good to myself. Hi, Grace. Thank you. And that's the beginning. I am on the carnivore diet to my best of my ability. I am gonna do what's good for me. Everybody has a different level and can take so much. I'm gonna do seafood. I'm gonna do, chicken. But even chicken, I'm gonna start eating just the chicken thighs and wings. Although I don't make wings because I don't have an air fryer to use. But I'm eating, some meat and hamburger and sausage, and I'm just a little bit goes a long way. I can't believe how little I've eaten. Yes, I am really in a positive frame of mind, and that is a good thing. And I'm going through a lot and other things that, are just personal stuff. And it's easier when you feel good about what you're doing. How am I helping myself? For the last 2 years, really, but the last year for sure, from May to May, I was every day sitting talking with my headset on, and Dalton was with his headset on, and we did all this stuff on life, on Second Life. We were on boats. We went dancing. Went out motorcycling. We did uh, boat rides, but it's not real. So our bodies are sitting here looking at a screen, talking together 6 hours a day in the beginning. Then we kind of got a little less, but it was like day, say hello in the morning, hang up, do some errands, run back, get on the computer, look, be with Dalton. It didn't help me. And you don't have to do the same food plan as I am. You can just do what makes you happy. Everybody's different, you know? You just do what makes you feel healthy and don't eat the garbage. Don't eat the packaged foods. They poisoned us. And I'm mad. I am mad. Yeah, my I only have 30 amps. So if I'm making coffee, I can't do like coffee in the microwave or coffee and uh the toaster. Sometimes I can. In the winter, it's different, but when it's hot, everybody's using more amps and it just cuts out the power and I can't be without AC. So, unfortunately, because I really like to cook all my meat in my air fryer. But yes, Carolyn, I'm just sort of taking a good look at myself. Do I want to live a couple more years sitting in front of the tube and having hardening of the arteries and my foot swelling up? My foot hasn't swollen up. Let's see. Yep, my foot is perfect. Chicken heads. How long have you lived in the RV? Did I ever live in a house? Of course I have. Um, I started my channel just a quick. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Look at the playlists, and you can see exactly how I started, what I did to get to Texas. Um, but my husband and I at the time were thinking about going and selling our home. We had a two-bedroom, two-bathroom mobile home at the time in a nice park in Tarpon Springs, Florida. And he got sick. This is a slim, tall man, but he ate a lot of garbage food. He ate nothing but garbage, unfortunately. And he was slim, but he still, that's what he was. Hamburgers at McDonald's and candy and gin and tonic. And I don't know. But anyway, he got cancer. And after his battle was over, I decided to sell everything. And I bought a travel trailer to start with. And I took off and I landed in Alabama, which is really the next state from Florida. It stayed 9 months in Alabama, which I enjoyed. I painted one painting after another, sold all my paintings. But finally, a friend of mine called and she said, "Are you stuck in Alabama?" And I said, "I am. I'm stuck in Alabama." She came and flew in, and Chris, and helped me drive. And she got me to Texas, where my best friend in the world lives, with her family and her sons and their grandkids, and they welcomed me with open arms. And I've known her family, her mother, her Kathy, her kids, 45 years. So we are definitely like family. Unfortunately, I moved down here to South Texas. It's fortunate, but it's unfortunate. It's a 9-hour drive to go see my friends. So I don't go see them, but I do talk to her on the phone. We'll video chat, talk to Nathan. You know, I'm doing whatever I'm here. I'm accepting it. Yeah, I have had a lot of death in my family. I lost my sister when she was 27 years old. Drugs, accidental, and I was 24 when she was 27. And that changed everything in our lives. My parents, oh my God, to lose a child, they wound up pretty much selling everything and moving to Florida. Well, GNC, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. I hope you will, come back. I usually do a Wednesday live stream. I might do a couple more. I'm going to have a little more time to do it. Um, yeah, so I got to Texas, stayed 6 years on their property in the RV. And then I sold that RV. I came down to South Texas where I live in a very pretty RV resort in the furthest south that you can go without going to Mexico. And I have a 2 day a week work camp job. I'm very lucky. I work Sunday and Monday, I get a golf cart. I run the office. If anybody needs something, that's what I do. Summertime is quiet, so I really don't have to do much. But that's what I do now, and I'm living, by myself. And I started the carnivore diet to take myself out of the coma, the sugar coma, the carb coma, to get to get myself back to feeling much better. So that's where you've caught me at if you're new to my channel. Oh, sorry, Grace. Yes, so you know what that's like. I'm trying to read everybody. Karen says if she plugs in the coffee maker plus a small lamp on my kitchen counter, the circuit breaker trips. And this is in a house. Oh wow. Yeah, I have to be real careful on what I'm like. Everything's good right now, but if I went to use the air fryer, the circuit breaker would go. Yeah. GNC. Interesting. We had one that wasn't on wheels. Guess figured you were about to answer the same stuff. So yeah, it's real quiet here. And that's good. It gives me a good chance to use the pool and not really, I don't have to do too much. I did rent a spot to a lady, a very nice lady, and I did that yesterday or Monday. So she took a year's lease. Yeah, the only thing I really have here because it's so hot in South Texas is the pool. We do have a little dog park that's, a safe place for dogs. So every day I go to the dog park, let my dog Lily out and let her have some freedom. Doesn't take her long to want to go home because it's hot. Yeah, I rent out campsites basically. GNC I do. So I lost my sister, then I lost my father, and then my mother, and then I had a wonderful husband for 14 years, and then, lost him. So you really can't hurt me too much more. I mean, I've lost everybody. All I can tell you is we can get through things that are really rough. We might not get over them, and we may carry the weight of the heartache, but one day at a time. Lily loves to ride on the golf cart. I am going to try to get a tricycle with an electric trike because I don't want to fall, and I haven't ridden a bike in a while, but I would love to get to review one. And my friend Camper Van Kevin, who is my friend, he gets them sent to him all the time to review this one company. I'm going to try to contact the company and say, look, I've got 30,000 subscribers. Most of the people would need trikes if they're going to ride a bike, you know, and I would, if you could send me one, I will, be happy to show it and, you know, I hope I get it. You're only 38, GNC. They're so young. You can change. Man, you've got so much ahead of you. Sometimes we don't know why. Sometimes it's an amazing thing. Like, I always say this, and you'll hear it that there's no mistakes. We're led to each other. And I'm at a place because of what I put out there. The reason I even came down to South Texas to this resort, this RV resort, I have a friend that runs this place who stayed at my house in her RV for like a week one time. And when she got this job as a manager of this very nice park, she called me up and said, "Come and check it out." Well, I'd never done much in Texas. I'm not really from Texas. I drove and I got here. It was a 9-hour drive overnight, and I've been here ever since. Yeah, I need a trike. I can't. I'm too scared to not have one, and I'd like an electric one so that I can go a little further. I can still wheel, but behind me. Oh yeah, yeah. So today when we lost our power, I don't know if you see it. You can't see it. See that orange? That's a solar generator. It's supposed to hold its power. Well, I hadn't ever used it, but I pressed it. It said 100%. When the lights went out, I put the fan there and it didn't work. So I'm charging it. Yeah, that we have power outages. We don't usually, but today there was like several in a row, and it would just turn everything off. And it's hot. At one point, I thought, okay, I took my dog, went in the truck, put the air conditioner on, rode around, and then someone told me in my a text that it was back on. I love that song, "The Lights Went Out in Texas." That's a really good song. I have a Chihuahua. Her name is Lily. She's a long-haired Chihuahua, and she's sleeping on her little bed, or I try to get her to come over. But if you look at some of my videos that I put out, she's in it. You'll see her. She's my baby. I'm eating what she eats. She's a carnivore. I do have a solar panel, but I have never used it because you can take one of those solar generators and plug it into electric and charge it. And that's what I did, but I hadn't charged it. So I don't know why it says 100% because it certainly wasn't 100%. But I'm charging it. Maybe it was just dead. Don't count on it, right? So that's what's going on today in my neck of the woods. I'm on a really good road to succeed and feel better. Get rid of all of the junk food and carbs that are rich in sugar. Share it with you guys. Start walking more because I can, and turn off you know, the the computer more often. That's what I got to do. Yeah. Hi, Tart. This is a nice old top that was always snug around my stomach, and now it's looser, and I can wear it comfortably. We all have, I feel like we have angels that follow, watch over us. Do we know who they are? You can believe anything you want to believe. If believe they are people that love you. You know what I get a lot is I get red cardinals. We have a lot around here because this is the bird watching capital of the South here, and I get a lot of birds, but I love seeing the cardinals. Well, thank you, Connie. I love you back. Yeah, so sometimes angels lead me to do the things I do. Really, people ask, "How do you do a channel? What do you talk about?" I just share, and when I'm in a funky mood, I've shared that too. I don't want to be there, but part of the thing is you share your life when you're doing a vlog, and this is like I think I'm 2016. I believe I started like 9 years. It's a long time. I used to play guitar and sing for my living, C and GNC. I did for all through my like up to my 40s, mid 40s. I sort of stopped, and then I got into art and sold art. Your angel has been drunk since you've been here, and a little smoking. Yeah, I used to smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I don't drink liquor. You know, I just this is gonna be good. At least I'm not an alcoholic. I have a friend that's an alcoholic. I don't know if he'll be able to get on the carnivore diet because it doesn't go real good with alcohol. I am going to end this now because I've been talking to you guys for an hour and a half. I don't sing very good anymore, Connie. I really don't. I used to, but I still sing because, you just, once you sing, you always sing. I've written over 30 songs. Judy has the same angel as you, Jim, huh? Oh, you do podcasts and sing? Well, that's interesting. You've got an electric bike and you love it. Yeah, but do you have a tricycle bike, like little training wheel things? Because I'm afraid that I would fall. Sally, I guess we can talk later or tomorrow. I'd like to come over and visit or go out somewhere. Probably not. I don't know those two names, but I bet if they're in the carnivore, I'm sure I will see them. Thanks for coming into my live stream early today. I'm glad we could do this. It's a good time for me. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. I will keep doing content and hopefully you'll see some good results with me. Did I see what you said about art in the closet? Oh, you don't know if I read that. I mean, let me see. I found it out through an angel. I had a piece of unsigned out of hers sitting in my closet. Out of whose? I can't understand all of your writing, but it's cool that you found that you were moved to go and find that. Anyway, you guys, thanks for coming to the live stream. I will see you soon, I'm sure. I'll be putting out more videos and shorts. And the more that you watch, the views, and it really helps my channel. I really need the help. GNC, you talk a lot. You talk fast. I can't keep up with you, darling. I'm glad you found something that's made you happy with art. Shorts and hard pants are better. What does that have to do with anything? You lost me. Yep, that was a joke. Yeah, I do shorts on video. Yeah, here. Joking. Got it. Now I got it. Texting is not exactly the best form of communication. Hmm. Bye, everybody. I will see you next time. I will be here. I hope to do this on next Wednesday, but maybe before that. Take care. Love you all. Have a good day. Be happy. We'll see you soon. Peace out.